Is that still pretty good?
It is.
Oh,
Like
good. Oh,
she'll eat whatever we fix her, so
oh, good. Okay.
which is lovely.
Mhm.
All right, we are live. Okay, let me find you guys again. So, welcome to the Be the Spark movement, March 2026 conversation on awakening. What is awakening? I Googled the definition just for a foundational definition. An awakening is a profound shift in consciousness, moving from ego driven thought, identifying living, to a state of heightened awareness, presence, and the connection to a higher reality,
Mhm.
recognizing one's true, deeper nature, more vibrance, more truth, more empathy, more authentic. My opinion, the ability to see through the BS,
Mhm.
deeper mental awareness, more connection with the divine, and more spiritual and less earthly. Does that feel about accurate?
Uh,
That's a great definition.
Absolutely. All of those things are things I've been dealing with for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's my big awakening. So
Yeah. It is. I mean, it is quite the buzzword lately. Um, but I really am hoping people aren't taking it lightly and thinking they're awakened when they're really not.
Mhm.
I
It's
think
truly
a
a
lot,
spiritual experience.
yeah, I think a lot of things is like, oh, I was people who were totally disconnected and then, or disconnected or in a really low place.
Sorry.
And I, yeah, with awakening, I think a lot of times people are, and this can happen, being in a really limited space and then suddenly coming out of that. But a lot of times it's like, oh, one day I just read this cool book and it
Mhm.
changed the way I think about things,
Right.
which I always think it's something that happens within. Um, and a lot of times I talk to people and they'd say, well, is this an awakening? Do you have an awakening? And um, my experience 6 years ago was was coming out of surgery,
Mhm.
general anesthesia.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see as I'm laying there, I saw like all this light coming down this beam at me. And I realized like I was coming out of this. I felt myself coming out of this through this portal back as I came back into my body after the anesthesia wore off. And and I'm like, what's this? What's this? And I wrote about this in depth, but as I came back, as the anesthesiologist is calling me and she's saying, Frau Hofstetter, and are you awake? Are you awake here? Are you coming? And I'm like, who's that?
Mhm.
And then it took me a double take and I'm like, oh, that's me. That's me. I'm Terry. And oh, I must be on Earth. I mean, literally I was trying to figure out where I was, not like, am I like when you wake up in a strange bed and you say, where am I? It was like literally I wasn't even sure where I was.
Mhm.
Um, and as I'm doing that, I'm realizing what's happening. And I'm like, wow, where was I? Can I go back there? And as I'm hearing the bleep bleep of the monitor,
Mhm.
it's bleep bleep bleep, and I'm like, can I go back there? And then it goes bleep bleep, and I'm like, no, 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 I didn't mean that. And I think it was like this is the way I was hearing it
Mm-hmm.
of be careful what you ask for. But
Mhm.
and I said, what do I need to know here? And they said, well, welcome back. We were glad to see you, and it's time for you to continue what you came here for. And I'm like, what's this? What's this?
mm,
You're groggy coming out of anesthesia. This was the second time I've had a major surgery in my life. The other time I was 14. So I wasn't really grasping what was happening. But I've heard stories about this, and I'm like, is this happening to me? What's going on here? Um, and I realized clearly it was an awakening. I realized clearly that wasn't a near-death experience. I was on a vacation.
Uh-huh.
mm,
Like, obviously I left my body during the surgery and I came back, and of course I've heard since then that happens to people during surgery. That's the way it is. That's usually what happens, but most people don't visualize or don't see what happened.
mm,
Like when you wake up out of a dream, your soul has left the body in some state, or at least your mind has left the body,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
or you're in a different state of consciousness. And I felt like I was in a different state of consciousness. It
Mm,
wasn't, actually physically leaving my body. I was in a different state of consciousness during that time, like going into a deep meditation.
Yeah.
mm.
So do you think if you hadn't recognized it, that you wouldn't have continued down the path that you are on?
Absolutely. Because I was like, what did I came here to do? What did I come here to do? What am I, what is it when they said go, continue what you came here for? And I'm like,
Mhm.
what is
Mm.
it? Like, please tell me, what? And then there was nothing, it was like, bye, nice seeing you.
You're like, wait, come back. I need an explanation.
Yeah, that was where, when they said that, that's where can I just come back for a little while?
Mm,
And I think I think I was intended to hear the monitor slow down, so they gave me that message that the only other alternative is to to literally go, and you don't want that, to make
Right.
it clear that that's not what I was, to watch what I'm asking for.
mm,
What I see, and I've thought of this was 6 years ago, next week. So it was like, it was the 28th of March, 2020. And this was just a week after full lockdown.
Mhm.
Lockdown started, the lockdown process started.
mm,
They were still doing like, well, we had just left, or they still had done this, where restaurants were going to be open, and this is incidental, but where restaurants would be open for a few hours every day, like you could go until 3 p.m.
mm,
and then next week everything closed. So it
Ah,
was
mm,
real quick here. It's like the government was trying to decide how they were going to control this situation. But so at that point, what was really interesting, um, so like on March 20th, there was the partial lockdown, and then on 27th, they said, no, everything's closing. And so there I was in the hospital. My husband obviously couldn't come in with me. When he took me to the emergency, dropped me off and said, bye, call me when you know what's going on. Um, and the whole hospital was in lockdown, so we weren't even allowed to leave our ward or our floor and all that. But as this happened, I mean, this was late at night. I went into the hospital 11 that morning, and they didn't get me into surgery until 11 or 8 p.m. So when I came out of surgery, she's saying it's 11 p.m. And that was, we changed our clocks the next morning. So we were going to change our clocks in a few hours. So, I mean, time
mm,
was all
mm,
discombobulated. Um, but I went to my room, or they wheeled me to my room and said they'd check on me in 3 hours to see, 2 or 3 hours to see if I'm okay, and check my vitals and everything. By that time I was out. So the next morning I woke up and I'm like, was that a dream? What really happened?
mm,
Um, and of course in a hospital the next morning at 7 o'clock, which is really 6 o'clock because we daylight savings time. And I'm waking up just a few hours later, and they're all coming in, bang, 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 and I'm like, oh, you know, let me go back to that. So for a few days, or the first day and a half, I stayed kind of in a half sleep state, and I knew that I needed to pretend I was asleep so I could figure out what had just happened.
Mm.
Um, and the interesting thing was I had brought my Kindle, and as we were preparing to go to the hospital, my husband was going to drive me to the hospital. I grabbed my Kindle and started downloading some books, and it didn't work. And so I got to my Kindle and I said, okay, I'm going to find something to read. And I picked a book that I read several months ago, and I was in the middle of it, and I opened up to the page I was at. It was Robert Moss, and he talks about dreams and spiritual stuff. And the next paragraph said, when people go into general anesthesia and surgery, they go into dreamlike state, and people leave their body at that point.
Hmm.
Now, why did this book that I had been reading several months ago suddenly open up at that page?
Mm.
And I was like, okay, there's my answer.
Right. All those
So,
little things.
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So with all that, I processed this, and for the next couple of weeks, I was really, really connected. And by the time I got home, of course, we were in lockdown, so I'd sit out in my backyard, and and luckily it was spring, so the weather was warm. I'd just sit out there and say, okay, I need to rest. I need to recoup. I mean, I had major surgery, abdominal surgery, so I couldn't really walk well, and all the things. So I pieced it all together. What happened?
Mhm.
It was, it took weeks to figure out, but I didn't really know what I was going to do, what that thing was. I had been talking to friends and thinking, like a few weeks before, maybe I want to do a podcast, but I didn't know what was involved. And for years, I thought about writing a book. And so a little over 2 years later, well, not even 2 years later, I knew it was going to be a book, and I just started writing everything. And that's when I started um, getting more like automatic writing when I journaled. I was getting messages when I started journaling, and I just kept that up. And the rest, I met this wonderful lady that has a publishing company, and I got to know Nicola, and that's how it all happened. Within 2.5 years of this
Mm.
awakening. And now, here's my plug here.
There it is.
So
Yep.
now it's all come together. And what was interesting with all that was I wrote about the story, and I was going to put it at the end of the book because it's basically the end chronologically. And my editor says, no, Terry, I think, she didn't say no. She says, I think it should go at the beginning, like right after your introduction of the first chapter. And I went,
Mm.
oh. And then you can drop to the beginning, what I had at the beginning of the book, which was basically what's happening in 1995 is when the book starts. But so it's like, here's that big bammy, and then there's the flashback of going back to, what I started writing, or the flash forward and then going. But yeah, it took me a few months and years and a couple of years to piece it together what really happened, but it
Mm.
was a clear knowing, and it's worked up to that point where I do sometimes get to that point where I can really connect clearly. Sometimes it's still bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So back to what you said earlier, Carrie, there's an awakening and you wake up and change. Yes, I've changed, but I sometimes go back to, the mediocre humdrum lifestyle too.
Right.
I'm aware of all that there, but I'm not always connected.
Yeah.
Mm.
To me, it sounds like you just had like this bam moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for my journey, it was more subtle.
Mm.
Yeah, and up to that point, that's the way it was for me. My life was going down. I knew there was something, and I would go toward it,
Yeah.
but didn't have that bam. And I've heard these stories, and I'm like, yeah, what? What's that about?
Right.
But when something like that happens, it's really phenomenal and significant in your life. You never forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Jimmy, we're glad you're here.
Oh, we
Mm.
got
Yep.
Carrie. What happened with yours? You're talking about your life and how it.
Um, I would say crazy enough that my awakening started. I feel like most awakenings begin with a trauma. And then when you're healing from that trauma, that's how it happens. If you want to be aware of it. I think there's a choice also. But I was going through something and decided that I needed help, right? So a friend of mine suggested I go have a tarot card reading. And my little Southern Baptist brain was like, oh my God, I'm going to hell having a tarot card reading. And so, but I was like, I didn't know what else to do. So I went, and in those 13 cards, she told my life story.
Mm.
And I was like, whoa, like what just happened? And then she looks at me and she goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm sitting here listening to you. Like, I mean, that was kind of like where I was. And she goes, you're
Great.
meant, yeah, right? You're meant for greater things. You're meant,
Mm.
and this is stuff that I had had in the back of my mind for years, right? Like writing and speaking and just doing something besides what I was doing. And at the time I did own a yoga studio. And that was part of it too, is the yoga knowledge and all that meditation. But
This
she
wasn't totally out of the blue. You were already um, not awakened, but a little bit enlightened because
yeah.
you had been doing this work, and so you knew what it was about.
Yeah, so I kind of had a foundation, but not until she looked me dead in the eye and she says, what are you doing?
Mm.
Like, why are you sitting here wasting your life, wallowing in your trauma and your woe is me and your victimhood? Like, get up and do something, do what you're meant to do. You have a greater purpose in this world. And that was when my awakening began. And, you know, I've had moments of really deep meditation, like moments before my mom called and told me I needed to come to my dad because his body was shutting down. I was meditating and I saw him ascend literally. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. Like, I was like, no, you got to heal him. Like, please don't take my dad. And it's really hard to get back into that deep meditation now because that was so, like, I'm like, do I want to see that again kind of thing, you know?
Mm.
But for me, I think that was like I had a foundation, right? But the catalyst was that tarot card reading. And from then I started like diving into the more spiritual things and things that um just had a deeper meaning than what was slapped across social media and all the stuff that we live every day. Because I felt like, okay, so if I have a deeper purpose, then don't we all? And doesn't everything that exists have a deeper purpose? And it
Mm.
kind of like perpetuated from there.
Mm.
I'm going to jump in here. I tend to believe, and this has happened over the years of different thoughts, but now I happen to believe that we do all have a deeper purpose.
Absolutely.
We not we don't always know what it is, and maybe we're not supposed to, or maybe we've chosen not to know. Like when at a soul level we're choosing the lifetime, some of us don't know.
Right.
But I think we all have a purpose, a deeper purpose, and we might be living it and not know it.
Right.
Mm.
That's just what I see from it.
Well, and I think that this Be the Spark movement is part of my deeper purpose, where we're trying to help, where I hope that I'm helping other people awaken a little bit, even if it's a tiny bit, and even if they just ask questions like, what am I here for?
Mm.
And like with the tarot card reading, that could have taken you to say, okay, I need to do something. And you might have done little steps. Um,
Yeah, it definitely
or,
was little steps and a
or
lot of backsliding and a lot of like ebbs and flows. Yeah.
like almost everybody I've talked to a few people that have had a heart attack or cardiac arrest, something, and they'll say, that was my wake up call. And they knew when at that point you think you might
Right.
be passing, then that's a wake up call. Um, and sometimes it's something little like, yeah, you're on the freeway and the truck pulls out in front of you and a close call, but nothing really happened. That
Right.
obviously would wake people up too.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that might be an awakening too. We're not, and it may be like years before it totally manifests, where you even know what it's about.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like Carrie, you talked about an experience when you were much younger, where if you had been at a certain place, something would have happened
Yes.
or could have happened.
Yes. Yeah, there was I mean there was a time that I was dating this guy and he always rode a motorcycle and he asked me to go somewhere with him and I was like, "No, I think I'm going to stay home today." And he got in a really bad wreck and broke his shoulder and went under a truck and all this stuff. And had I been on that motorcycle, which normally I would have been, it would have probably killed me. Who knows? But that day, I said, no, I'm not going to go. Why? I don't know. Somebody's watching out for me. Yeah. This is like a really deep topic. I see Jeffrey, Neil, and Jimmy all sitting there like, I'm not sure even what to say."
I'm just trying to think of what my moment would have been. I'm just not sure. It could be a combination of moments. I don't know. Just trying to go through my life and think of how things have changed me and made me feel. Try to, you know, try to start piecing some stuff together. To be honest with you, so I just don't know.
I think there's also little things where we'll know we're supposed to do something. Like it could be choosing to take a particular job or choosing to quit a job, or things that seem to be pretty or not deep, not that deep, a logically driven decision, and that might make a major change in our life too. And again, takes years to go back and look at it and recognize, oh wow, if I hadn't have done that, or if I had done that instead of that, I would be somewhere else.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
Jimmy?
Yes, greetings everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I always get a problem when I'm having my video on.
You're a
Sometimes
little
I get.
yeah. You're a little muddled, but go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I think that's better.
Or when I shut down my video, I can communicate efficiently. So about the topic for today, it's really a topic from the context of seeing light, awaken the deep one, and it represents purpose. For me, when I hear about awaken, I understand discovering purpose. What comes in my mind is when a person discovers their purposeful. Most times we are awakened, or we get our awakening, or we discover our real purpose
Mm-hmm.
in times of trial, suffering. And what does this mean to any person viewing us live today, or anyone who come across this broadcast? I want to tell you that during this period, which is a time period where you think life is ending, there is nothing coming to save. Perhaps you feel like all the moves are done, all the options are done.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right time, the best time when you discover your right purpose. However, it takes a strong soul, a soul which is ready to meet its best purpose through meditation, through learning, mindfulness, learning with mindfulness, learning yourself, self-discovery. Awakening is discovering yourself to the utmost, like to the epitome of it all. That's awakening. And when you get out, it usually happens in times of trial, when there is no chaos, in solitude, when you are alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best time to meet your awakening. That's the best time to discover yourself. And
Yes.
trust, if you overcome this battle, this mountain that you're facing today, you'll come out more stronger. That's why most people comment that he is awakened. When someone is portraying a different level of strength or emotional strength, they say that that person is awakened. It's because these people manage to discover the strength inside their weakness. Therefore, for me and anyone viewing this, is in that time of trial, when you're facing that mountain, when you're facing that situation, is when you understand the best version of yourself, and that's how. Thank you.
Yeah. I think you bring up a good point too about sitting in it alone, like having that solitude. Because I did a lot of that too. Like I traveled alone and I went to a cabin by myself and sat by the river and um yeah, having that time to self-reflect is a major gift along an
Yeah.
awakening path.
Mm-hmm. So true.
It might feel a testing period. You might feel trying, as if life is trying, but perhaps the universe is trying to shape you, is trying to talk to you in certain.
Yes.
There is no way you can understand yourself better, or you'll agree with that our normal life is a lot of chaos where people don't even pay attention to their true selves. They are seeking public validation, many things all around us. So the universe has that nature, and people can call it God, has that nature, has that tendency of pushing in a certain situation, face a certain moment, so that you can discover yourself, and that's awakening. And there are benefits that come, and an awakened person, trust me, they are not tried by moments. Once a person is awakened, it's really hard to put that person back. So those benefits that come with that awakening, for example, emotional intelligence. The people start understanding the value of gestures about life. When it's about career, a person is more dedicated because they have understood that this is the route I'm going to take. Even if in times when people are doubting, An awakened person doesn't seek people's validation, doesn't seek the public validation, because they've understood their inner self. They know where this path is celestial, is beyond human imagination. A
Correct.
person who is awakened is confident, confident to the epitome of it, the esteem that you get from that. But before you reach that awake, before you reach that person is awake, you have to go through a certain process, a certain journey, which are stories, all of us, which are the stories by colleagues have been shared. I'm talking to the person who is in class right now, or will come across this broadcast.
Yeah.
All the stories which Jeffrey, Terry, they have shared they were sharing their journeys. The journey where the journey which they went through is true path, like to meet their real path, their real version of themselves. You have to go through this certain journey. I don't know how to frame it best for someone listening to us to understand it better, but at least have to go through a certain journey, which is not a simple journey. A normal person is going to be a trial period, solitude. Being alone is also not easy for most people on this planet. People fear silence. People fear silence. And yet silence is power. When everything has been shut down, the
Yeah.
universe is giving an opportunity. So to any person who still listen to this discussion, I want to tell you, whatever you're going through, whether it's at your workplace, whether it's a moment in your time, whether it's a family matter, trust
Yeah.
you're going through this because the universe wants you to discover something. And you should look at it as an opportunity. You should not shut down. If you shut down your conscience, you'll not discover the good that comes. Because in life we have pain and we have pain and we have also the things that come with life, like joy, happiness, and peace. So true.
I think we got most of that, Jimmy. You're still kind of muddled, but what I
Mhm.
heard you say was see it as an opportunity to dive deeper into yourself and basically trust the universe to lead you and guide you and be open to whatever is handed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna now you guys have opened up a whole floodgate. I wasn't gonna bring up what I'm gonna bring up now. But I think all of our lives have been different uh different things that we've had to go through to get to where we are. And so we've all had these challenges and these portals that we've gone through. But recently for me, and I wasn't gonna bring this up, but because of the conversation, I feel like I have to bring it up. Recently, I got really sick. And when I say really sick, like really sick. And for the last couple, no, more than almost 3 weeks. Last week was my first week working a full week of work. So it's been like 3 weeks that I've really been sick. And during that time, I was like, why? I never get sick, but I started having these visions, just strange visions. And I really felt I was dying. I told my daughter. I didn't tell her during the time that I was going through it, but afterwards, after I started feeling better, I told my daughter, I felt like I was dying. I didn't want to even talk to my daughter and son because I didn't want to tell them how I really felt. But it's about 10 steps from my bed to the bathroom. And that 10 steps was arduous. That 10 steps was gruesome. I didn't even want to get up to go to the restroom. I was so weak.
Mm.
I couldn't get up and exercise or anything like that. But what I noticed was I started having these visions. I don't think they were dreams. I think they were visions of some kind. And I'll give you an example. I think that everybody I like motorcycles. So some people think, well, you're crazy to want to ride a motorcycle, but I like riding motorcycles. But what I do think is crazy is like people climbing Mount Everest, people that do that for fun. I just see that as nuts. But that's their thing. But I had never been interested in mountain climbing, never done any research on it, never watched it, none of that thing. No YouTube. But I started having these visions. And one of the visions, I'm floating And it's like I don't see who is with me, but I'm asking these questions to whatever entity is around me. I don't see it, but I know it's there. And I'm asking, why am I floating and where am I going? So I'm floating way up high and I'm looking down and there's a mountain. And this mountain is full of ice and I can't see what it is at first. And it's all these different colors scattered around this mountain. I'm like, what is this? And I'm asking whatever entity is carrying me to where I'm going, what is this? And as I get closer, I notice these are frozen bodies.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, where is, and I've never seen this before. I'm like, why are these people frozen and where am I? And so when I come the next morning, because I don't go to work, the next morning, I'm like, what did I see during that vision? I don't know what it looked like frozen bodies on top of a mountain and it's way up high. So I went on my computer and I don't know why I typed in just randomly. I type in Everest. And so a YouTube, all these documentaries started jumping up about Mount Everest. And I'm telling you, I swear to you, the bodies that I saw on in my vision, when I start watching these documentaries, I'm like, I saw all those bodies when in this vision. I don't know what this vision meant. I really and so during this time of illness, so that's and so now I'm interested in Mount Everest and how many people have died up there and how many people they leave up there on a regular basis. I'm like, this is crazy. But why would I dream about Mount Everest? I've never had any interest in it at all. So during this time when I'm sick, it's like, and then I tell a teacher, oh, I'm supposed to go to Baltimore during this time that I get sick. I'm supposed to go to Baltimore, Maryland for a big book festival. I've already paid for it,
Oh, yeah.
Airbnb, everything is paid for. I'm supposed to go, but I'm so sick I can't go. So one of the teachers, it's about 6 or 7 of us going. One of the teachers that I'm going, that she's kind of put this thing together, going with, I tell her I can't come. I can't come. I'm just too sick. And I tell her what I go through, and I tell her this Mount Everest story. And she's into like shamans and stuff like that, right? So it gets interesting. She said, I think the other side is trying to communicate with you. For some reason, for whatever reason, the other side is trying to communicate with you because you're seeing these things that, and I go into a lot of things, but that was the major thing was that Mount Everest. So she tells me that. And so a couple of nights pass or whatever, and I start having, and anytime I close my eyes, I get these visions. If I don't want to get the visions, I have to keep so I would stay open, I would stay awake to make sure I didn't, because I didn't want to get these visions. But every time I close my eyes, I'd have different visions. Another one was there was a group of people who it was like a big celebration, like a Mardi Gras, but it was a negative Mardi Gras because they're hurting themselves. They're injuring themselves, slicing their wrists and doing crazy things. I'm like, where am I? And so I asked this entity again. I say, where am I and what are these people doing? And so this time it answers me. I said, where are they going? And the voice says, they're looking for happiness. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to them, I don't say anything. I'm like, looking for happiness, but they're injuring themselves and hurting each other. And then the voice says, but they'll never find it because they're looking outside themselves. So they're going to be doing this forever and ever and ever because they're looking for happiness outside of themselves. So I had all of these really weird, well, I don't even call them
Wow.
weird. I don't call them weird now. But at the time, I'm like, why am I all of the visions? I don't think they were dreams. I think they were visions because they would, a lot of times when you have a dream, you wake up and then the dream is gone.
Right,
Well,
right.
visions, that didn't happen. When I close my eyes, I go right back into where I was and it will continue. Every single time, continue. The only way it wouldn't continue is if I kept my eyes open, stay awake for a while. But they would continue, the story would go right back to where it was and continue. And I really felt like I don't know what was speaking, but something was speaking to me. And it was like an awakening. And I think I don't know if I sent you this message here. I think I did though. Health is everything.
Yes,
You
yes, you
don't,
did.
I sent it to my son, I sent it to my daughter, I sent it to one of my best friends. Health is everything because when you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. Money, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, kids, grandkids. If you don't have your health, you cannot enjoy any of that.
True.
And I think this sickness, whatever it was, because I don't think I've ever been that sick. I mean, I had a heart problem at 20, but it felt different. I felt like if I exercised enough, I'd get through it, and I did. But this thing that happened to me the last 3 weeks, I couldn't do anything. I mean, I usually do like 600 push-ups a day. I couldn't do five. I was so weak. I really felt like I was dying. I really felt so. I had never felt that bad. But out of all of that, it was like a wake-up call for me, like to look at things totally like once I started coming through it. And then I finally went to the doctor because I don't like doctors. And they put me in, the lady was like, yeah, you got this infection. And you're just sitting home laying down all the time. The infection is just gonna just keep on festering and keep growing. So we had to get some medicine in you. But once I started getting well, I looked, it just made me look at life totally. In that brief moment, those 3 weeks made me look at things totally different. I mean, when I felt totally different, and I wasn't scared of dying. I just felt like I was going to die, but I wasn't afraid. Like, oh my God, I wasn't afraid of it like that. It was just like, um, I don't know where all this is coming from, and why did I get this sick? And then I work with kids, and they were like, well, maybe you got it from a kid. I said, no, no kid had this. I didn't get this from a kid because this would kill a kid. I really felt that like this, no, this whatever I had would kill a kid for sure. But yeah, but those visions made me look at it was like my awakening. It really, and I wasn't even going to bring it up, but then all these deep conversations came up. I was like, I'm going to share it. But it was an awakening for me. It made me look at, and I pretty much have an optimistic attitude most of the time. But now I'm cherishing every moment, everything that I read, everything that I'm able to learn, everything that I'm able to experience. I look at it differently now. Just in these 3 weeks. Prior to that, I'm sure I was expanding and trying to, but now it was quite an awakening. And I have no idea. Like I told you, the teacher told me, so the other side is trying to speak to you. You're fighting with these. I said, I don't know. And I'm not gonna do the ayahuasca. What's the ayahuasca? You know how they,
Ayahuasca.
yeah, ayahuasca or whatever it's called. Yeah, I'm scared of that because I'm scared I might
Me
take
too.
something and not come back from it. So I don't do it. But I felt like I was going through that. I felt like I had taken some kind of mushroom or something that had and opened me up to something else. And yeah, it was interesting. It was really so. Thank you guys for and ladies for bringing it up because I wasn't gonna say anything about it. I was just keeping it to myself. I've told a few people, but I wasn't
I'm
planning.
tuning into something and why, yeah, why I understand the question is why me, why this?
Mhm.
But definitely, I mean, from what you're describing, like especially the Everest, you saw this and then you saw it later on internet posts that
Mhm.
you're and since you haven't watched this stuff, you're not aware of you hadn't watched this before, so you're not
No,
aware of this
no,
happening.
I had no idea about it. No.
Yeah, and so with all that is you're and it's clear to me that you're definitely seeing that. So you're tuned into that frequency or that radio station,
Mhm.
so to speak, where you can see that. But why? Yeah.
I don't. I have no idea.
Yeah, Jeffrey, it might take you a few weeks or months to kind of just sit with it, and I'm sure you're writing about it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just
I started this gratitude book. It's a little bitty book. And well, I tried to. I got so sick I stopped writing in it. But what I try to do is every day write something or a sentence what I'm grateful for. Every
Mm,
single day. Like find something, forget all the negative shit, find something positive to write in this book every single day. So that's what I've been trying. And based on this experience, I said, yeah, um, I spend a lot of time thinking about what's negative in the world, and I'm gonna twist that. I'm gonna twist that, and I'm gonna find what's positive in my world and in the world in general. I work with kids. Kids are the light of the world. They really are. I'm blessed to
absolutely.
be in an environment where I can work with kids. They're full of enthusiasm. They're full of life. They don't know anything about the bad stuff. They treat you like you're Michael Jackson every single day. They love you to death. I'm a blessed in that environment. I really am. And I look at it differently. I mean, I always love the kids and everything, but now I look at, I'm fortunate to be able to do what I do, to impact kids like I do in a positive.
Absolutely.
That's a blessing. So this little book, I'll probably fill it up really, really quick because I'm thankful for everything. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Anyway, I don't mean to go off on it on tangent, but that's what happened with me.
I think it's so it's so amazing, right? That we all have our own purpose, and we all have our own awakening, and we all have our own traumas and our own way of listening to the universe. Um, and then supporting that going forward. I think that's part of my Soul Confetti podcast too, is that, to share people's stories from being in trauma to coming out a different person on the other side, or more purposeful, or whatever it is. Um, and when we share those, then maybe we help somebody feel not so crazy when they experience something like a vision or a meditation or a light or whatever it is that wakes us up. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And it's you guys' fault because I thought I'm like this shit sounds crazy. I'm not gonna say this, but then Terry said what she said, and then Neil says what he says, and then Carrie says what she says, and then Jimmy. I'm like I gotta say it, but I
Got it.
wasn't gonna bring it up. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm happy to be healthy, and that was what I was. But you guys, so it's your fault. Your fault.
I'm glad you brought it up. It's very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So did you
Carrie
have a
chose
fever? Did you have a fever? And
Neil,
when
that's
did it
what I
stop?
was thinking. I was like, I never felt super, super high. And that's what I was thinking, like, because I
Mhm.
started reading about stuff, and like some people take mushrooms, some people go without food or with water, and you have to like almost be depleted of something to have these kind of visions. So I
Mhm.
said, well, I haven't been, but maybe I had, but I don't recall having a fever, but I never took my temperature. But that may have had something to do with it because it was really,
I just, I
yeah.
mean, I think it, obviously it happened, and I think it's amazing, to be honest with you. I was curious of any particular symptoms that you felt besides feeling very bad and weak.
Yeah,
So
just bad and weak. But I probably should have taken my temperature. Maybe that
no,
has something to do with it. But I don't know what that was. Hopefully it
Okay.
never visits me again.
So it's a little twisted, but you get to be grateful for that illness.
Yeah,
Without it, then you wouldn't have experienced this.
yeah, yeah. You all talking about what you're talking about today? There's got to be a higher power. I'm not gonna get into the God, Allah, whatever you want to believe or don't believe. There's got to be something because I wouldn't have said anything. I was not going to bring it up. I was not going to bring it up. And it seems like Terry brought it up, and I'm like, oh my God. And it's pulling on me. Then Neil says something, then Carrie says something, then Jimmy says something. I'm like, I just, I gotta share it. Maybe somebody needs to hear it, or maybe somebody that's viewing this needs to hear it. I don't know. But that was not my intention
Amazing.
to bring that up at all. It really wasn't.
glad you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too. It's fascinating.
Mhm.
I mean, I know there's something greater than us. And one
Yeah.
of my many stories is that I'm driving down, I'm driving from our house to the mall one day. This was years ago. And my grandfather passed in 2003. And over in the distance there's a fire. So I'm being nosy, right? Looking at the fire, and I hear my grandfather, and
Hmm.
he says, "Carrie." And I look up, and then there's still plenty of distance between me and this tractor and trailer that's coming, but I'm on the wrong side of the road.
Hmm.
And that was my grandfather going, "Hello, wake up, pay
Hmm.
attention to what you're doing." And I of course got back on the right side of the road, but
Hmm.
I was being nosy, and my grandfather was like, "Hello."
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
believe it. I believe it.
Oh yeah.
All these beautiful little moments.
Yeah.
Well,
And thank you, Terry,
we
for
do.
the when you talked about your coming out of the anesthesia, that was like, whew, it was like pulling at my soul. I had this, yeah. So thank you. So I don't know what inspired you to say that, but whatever it was, thank you, because that just really that got it going. That
Yeah.
got it.
Well, I've been telling this story, and yeah, I wrote it in my book, because I knew it had to be told. But when Carrie said we're talking about awakening, I'm like, gotta share it. And you've heard the story already, Carrie, so you knew it
Yeah.
was. Um,
Yeah, I've already read her book too. So you'll find my review on the back of her book.
so
Yeah.
yeah, but um, Jeffrey, I fully believe when she said this about the awakenings. that's an awakening of some sort. And it might be part of a gift you have
Mm-hmm.
that you're not, you don't understand or grasp fully right away. I mean, I'm seeing that if you have the ability to have these visions, that could be life-saving for someone.
Mm.
Right.
Mm.
I mean, it might be a premonition vision. I can't say it together, but yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
it
Yeah,
could
because
be.
I've always had the like I've been able, and probably most of us can see something coming before it happens. I've always had that kind of, but where this went was something I wasn't from, it was on a different level altogether. Like I was seeing things that I did not understand, and especially the Mount Everest, because I've never been interested in that. And for me to see that, it was kind of scary. Like, why am I seeing this? And then I type it in just randomly, and I'm seeing the same bodies that I saw. There's one lady, like they name, not to get too deep into it, but I just jumped into Mount Everest and all of that stuff. And they name certain sites, it's certain like there's certain bodies that are certain places, and they'll give them names. Like if they're going up the mountain, okay, we're going to pass Sleeping Princess, Sleeping Beauty. So it'll
Ah,
give them different names. I swear to God, I'm like, oh my God. And I'm seeing I don't, of course, I don't know the name because I'm looking at this vision. But when I started looking at the documentaries, I'm like, oh, I saw her, Sleeping Beauty. I didn't know what her name was. Then I saw this guy who was sitting like this. Then I see this guy with the green shoes. He has the green shoes, and they call him Mr. Green Shoes. Or something. You look it up. Look up Mount Everest. I'm like, oh my God, I'm seeing this shit without knowing what it is.
wow.
It was nuts. It was, oh my God. I'm
I just
telling you.
got
Wow.
chills upon chills upon chills.
It was something else. Okay, I don't want to take up the whole time talking about
No, no.
For
that.
me, I've read a lot of these books. I don't know where, but somewhere about 20 years ago, I got I did a lot of hiking, alpine hiking, in the 90s, and I was interested. I was never interested in doing those really high altitude climbs, but I've read a lot because I want to know what it is about these people that makes them want to
Makes
do
me want
these.
to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
I like reading about it because I get to see it from their viewpoint and say, gee, why would people do that? I mean, my friends were saying, why are you doing these hikes? But I
Right.
was hiking, 4 days, a few hours for 4 days at 10,000 feet or less than 10,000 feet. That's a different story, you know.
Hmm.
Right. Right.
But, but when I see that is I've seen that and seen some of that thing and Sleeping Beauty. I've heard
Yeah.
some of it. So
Hmm.
Wow.
when you said the bodies, the frozen bodies, I thought that sounds like Everest because there's so many people that lost their lives up there.
Hmm. And a
I
lot of
realized it, and you didn't because you hadn't been exposed to that, which
no.
makes it even more believable because you hadn't.
Yeah, I hadn't experienced that. It was never an interest of mine. And then I started diving into it. I went into this rabbit hole about it. I started reading up on it and looking at documentaries. And a lot of people, it costs like from 50 to $130,000 to get a guide to take you up there. And a lot of times, not all the time, but many of the tragedies are the people who think because they're in good shape, they can go up this mountain. They don't have to listen to these little guys who've been doing this for their this is their livelihood. They're like 5'3", 120 pounds, and then this 220-pound guy that's a Greek god, looks like a Greek god, tells them, "Well, I'm bigger than you. I should be able to go up this mountain." It's not about that. And so
Right.
many tragedies are they get to there's a certain level where either you're gonna make it, or we have to turn back and go back to the next camp because we're endangering ourselves as far as oxygen. And
Right.
many of the tragedies are these people saying, "Nope, we're gonna make it." So many stories like, "No, we can make it. We're gonna make it." No, sorry, you're not gonna make that, and they end up, being left up there. And then it takes 8 or 9 people when they go get a body to go get the body. So I mean, it's just a mess. And I would have never, had I not had these visions, I would have never thought about Mount Everest, ever, ever.
Right.
Now I know a bunch about Mount Everest just based on on these visions. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
There's
and
something in there.
these Sherpas live there,
Surfers, yeah, 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 that's the
so
name.
they're
Oh,
acclimated.
brilliant. Yes, Surfers, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is the people, it takes so much to get them acclimated to the height, to the altitude and all that. So yeah, the professionals who do this, they train for months and months to get ready for one life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm like, my wheels are turning now, right? So listening to Jeffrey say that these people think they can do it, and they're like, just because I'm me, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I like apply that to the world
Mm-hmm.
and how people bowl people over just because they think they're entitled or they're somehow worthy more than somebody else or they know more than somebody else. I mean, that's kind of how our world is right now.
It is. And they'll look at surfers and look at them as like, you're just carrying, and these guys are carrying huge things. Oh, you're just, you're like my baggage boy or whatever. But
Right,
that guy is the guy that can keep you alive.
right,
But they don't look at it like that because in their world, like, he's a janitor or something in their world. But up here, he's the one that can keep you. He's between you and life and death. But you're not looking at him the same. This isn't a bodybuilding contest. It's not. It's not a weightlifting contest. It's not a hiking contest. This is about life and death. And this little dude carrying your big package knows what it takes to get up that mountain and back down that mountain alive. And they don't take it serious. It's really interesting.
you've got something to tell the world based on that. Like, I feel it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got to in some way. It's weird.
I feel it.
Carrie, you woke me up on this when you said, when you started this whole conversation before we had the recording, you said the definition of awakening and people who put their ego aside, or their ego gets put aside and they
Mhm.
start recognizing the truth,
Right.
what's really
So
real.
yep.
And then Jeffrey, you pretty much itemized that with or pointed that out with the people with the egos that are up there. And Carrie, you said the people who are saying they know it better.
Hmm.
So we can, since we're somewhere in the middle here, we can see the ego, the people who are driven by ego, and then versus the people like us who are humbled at
Hmm.
some of these things that happen.
Yeah.
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 And going back to something Jimmy said is I think we all have the ability to see these things, to experience these things, to awaken.
Hmm.
And we have to, and maybe this is part of the whole Mount Everest thing, is get out of that chaos, get out of that noise and sit with ourselves and self-reflect.
Yeah.
Then we can hear our guide,
So
be
true.
be
That's a
it the
great.
Sherpa, right? Or our deep inner selves or God or
Yeah.
however you define it, is just stepping out of that chaos,
Yeah.
sitting with ourselves, because some people have a really hard time with that.
And that's
And
where the
ego is a huge part of that.
yeah. And that's what the work is it's this what this experience has taught me. This brief experience, 3 week, 4 week experience has taught me is it's about self-work. It really is. It's about self-work. Regardless of what your surroundings is, everything will get better if you get better within yourself, regardless
Yep.
of what you're doing. So it really is about that self-work. And like Carrie says, yeah, a lot of people have a hard time. I know I did. This whole sickness thing made me, I had to like looking at myself. I couldn't look at anybody else. How am I going to get through this? Why am I getting these visions? This is weird. I'm not going to share this with anybody, and I ended up sharing with you guys. So, it was so strange, but
Yeah.
self stuff that we have to do, that we have to
Yeah.
go
It's so amazing. What a beautiful conversation.
through. Yeah.
So is anybody, we're right at 1 o'clock and we just lost Jimmy, I guess. Anybody have any final words?
Thank you all because you
Pretty
all
awesome.
brought it out of me because I wasn't like I said I was not going to say anything about Mount Everest or any of that stuff, but your conversations were so deep, especially you, Terry. I'm blaming you the most. You really got me
Terry.
going like, oh my God, I gotta say something. She hit me with that. So, but thank you all. It was beautiful. I really got a lot of it. So thank
Yeah, and thanks Jeffrey for being willing to be open
you. Hmm.
and share, because there's something there. Um, I'm not the person with the wisdom that knows what it all means, but there's something there that you need to have. And you had already said that that experience changed you.
Mm-hmm.
Just being that sick,
Yep.
you surrendered your health, or
Mm-hmm.
surrendered to your health or lack thereof at that point. And definitely, as Carrie said, the tragedy causes us to grow
Yeah,
after
definitely.
you recover from it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my summary, as the tragedy causes us to come to a higher point after that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Me losing my gallbladder. So rushing into the emergency room during COVID.
Yeah, definitely. How
So
about you,
yeah.
Neil?
That was just very, very powerful. Pretty fascinating what both Perry and Jeffrey said today. So it's just definitely give me some things to think about. So,
Yeah. And for me, I want our listeners or our viewers to be willing to one, self-reflect, because
Mhm.
it's very powerful. And two, if you have these experiences, not just to poo-poo them away, or if you share with somebody and them say, oh, you just had a dream, or you're crazy or woo-woo, or letting craziness in your head. You sit with that because it's your experience, and there's a message in whatever that is. And
Mhm.
like I said, I believe we all have the ability, if we do surrender. It was a great word, Terry. Surrender to the greater, surrender
Mhm.
to our own, what is the word I'm looking for? But surrender to a vulnerability,
Mm.
and let go of that ego, and allow ourselves to just go with the flow and see what happens,
Yeah.
and reach out to people like us who are willing to have these conversations, because I believe we have ability to start small and actually
Yeah.
grow into something more powerful. So
And there's another side to all of us. And
mhm.
I think if we tap into that, I'm telling you, this other side, maybe it's hard to get to. Maybe people have to do drugs to get, I don't know. I don't know. But there's definitely another side to all of us, a more powerful side, a more spiritual side, a more enlightened side that we just have to tap into. Maybe we have to do it in little increments, though. We can't do it all of a sudden,
Right.
but there's definitely, at least from my experience, this brief experience, there's definitely another side that is far more wise
Yes.
than where I am right now. Far
Yeah.
more wise. I really truly believe that. And I didn't believe that before this incident. I truly believe it now. And then hearing Terry say what she said, it just validates it for me.
Yep.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yep. I think, what is the quote in the fear book? We're not scared of what we, oh, I can't remember. It's something along the lines is, we're more scared of how powerful we are.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to put the quote in the description on the YouTube video, because I'll have to look it up. But
I always have a problem with the wording on that. We're not fearing of our limitations. We're fearing that we're
more powerful. Yeah.
powerful
Oh, okay.
Beyond
beyond.
belief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What a great place to end.
Yeah, thank you all. It was
Yeah.
great,
Thanks.
great, great, great. Really
And
was.
and those who are listening or viewing this later, please share your experiences, because until we do share our experiences, which is what Be the Spark is all about, right? Is sharing our experiences.
Hmm.
Until we share these experiences, then it does seem elusive,
Hmm.
but I don't think it's elusive.
No.
All
So,
right.
all right.
Until
Thank you all. Really appreciate it. This is a great
take
meeting.
care.
until
All right.
until
It wasn't
April.
even a meeting. This was a great communal, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't a meeting because meeting sounds so formal. It wasn't formal. It was a spiritual thing. So thank you
Definitely.
all. Yeah.
Definitely.
All
All
right.
right.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you
All right.
You
guys.
too.
Stay
Bye.
healthy. All right.
Stay
Yeah.
healthy.
All
Bye.
right. All right. Bye.
Wow, Jeffrey, and thank you for sharing that. That was
Oh
amazing.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, take care of yourself.
Take care.
All right,
Bye.
take care of your mom. Bye.